Hey, what's up, Peace. All right, ladies, if you have a son, for those ladies who have a son, would you want your son to be in a relationship with the then you, the now you, or neither one of y'all? Hostile, aggressive, overbearing, illogical, ill-tempered, bitter, belligerent, contentious, and an angry personality. That was me. I was the stereotypical black woman. My behavior and my character held me back from realizing my full potential in my previous marriage and in some of my previous relationships. Years ago, I dated an amazing gentleman. One day, he was late picking me up for a date. And when he got there, I just started fussing and arguing and yelling and saying all kind of stuff to the man. He turned around, got back in his car, and drove off. Now, I called him, and I called him, and I called him, and he didn't answer. And so I was saying to myself, here I go again, saying the same old shit to myself. I was saying to myself, well, I don't need him. Whatever then, forget him. So, a little later on that evening, he called and said, would you like me to come over? And I said, yes. So he did. He came over and we sat down and he said, listen, I'm a quiet man. I don't talk like that. I don't act like that. And I wish you wouldn't do that either. He said, I like you a lot and I think we can have a great relationship. But the way you just treated me this afternoon, he said, I hope my daughter will never act like that. Never act like you just did in her relationship with the man. He hugged me. My heart freaking sunk. I couldn't swallow. I had that little lump right there. And my body was filled with like chill bumps. And it was at that moment in 2008. Come on now. 2008. I was a whole 42 damn years old enough to know better and to and not do some crap like that. But at that moment, I started to realize that I was overbearing, I was emasculating, I was bossy, I was acting all masculine, I was loud and aggressive, and I had a nasty mouth. And I had momentarily caused confusion in my relationship. See, I was carrying all that weight. Carry, C-A-R-R-Y. Criticizing, no accountability, no responsibility. I had to be right and I had to be my way, your way. That's the why. And carry. I was carrying all that weight. And what for? I needed to let that shit go. Especially at 42 doggone years old. Come on now. So that day, that evening, I did some self-reflection on how I had treated my ex-husband and how I was treating this man now, my now boyfriend. And I said to myself, I would not, and really I'm really getting emotional thinking about this shit, right? Man, I'm telling you, man, I just did not do right, man. I just didn't. And I said to myself at that time, I said, I do not want my sons to be in a relationship with someone like me. I just didn't want that. And so I had to do some self-reflection because I wouldn't want my sons to be hurt like I was hurting him and like I had hurt their dad. That just really saddened me. And from that day forward, I just said I was going to do what I had to do and do what I needed to do to serve that man, to nurture him, to cooperate with him, to be caring and compassionate and not to speak to him like that and be sensitive to his needs. Because these were not stereotypes in my then case. Those were truths. That was who I was. I was that girl. I was that woman. So, there go my little crybaby ass. So anyway, like most women, we want to hold a positive view about ourselves. Most women want to hold a positive view about themselves, which could block you from seeing the stereotypes. It could block you from seeing the real truths about yourself. So, ladies, if you're this woman, the woman that I was then, You need to take a long look in the mirror and do a self-awareness check, make a personal intentional effort to change and shape your overall behavior so that you can acknowledge the problem, because there really is a problem. There really is, especially when it comes to our behavior in relationships with black men. Intention is very important now more than ever. I promise you it is. Whew. Anyway, I would not want my sons to be in a relationship with the then me, but definitely the now me, because I had to be intentional about changing my behavior. So I ask you again, ladies, if you was me or are me who I used to be back then, would you want your son to be in a relationship with the then you, the now you, or neither one of you? All right now. Peace. Up here crying and shit. Look, damn crybaby. Anyway, y'all. Peace.